Hey friends, welcome to my page DIY Cross with Dar. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We're halfway through this week. Crazy, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna make a some cute little onesies. A few of them. We'll see. I'm going to do the outlines all in black, and then however many we can color in before it's time for me to stop and go take Annie and Riley to their groomer appointment. That's what we'll do. So I intend to get all four of these done. I'm not going to color in the one with Linus and Snoopy. It would just be too much. But I definitely want to do the ice cream cone, and I want to do our little doghouse. Now, I think on Snoopy and Charlie Brown, I think I'm just going to do the heart in color. The rest will be in black. But I bought 12-month onesies because babies grow out of them so fast. If you get the tiny size, a lot of times babies like mine that are almost 10 pounds, they don't even wear the 3-month size for longer than a week, and they're out of it. So I thought, you know what, 12-month size is good. Then maybe it's a little bit big and they can wear it for a little bit longer. I'll take these to my craft show and put them in my peanuts section. I'm going to do some t-shirts too. I think it'd be kind of fun to have a little section with some t-shirts. The hard thing is, what size do I do? And do I just get some t-shirts from Walmart that are less expensive? Probably not my really nice ones that I like. I have a yellow one to do Charlie Brown. He'll be one of my projects for this next week when I'm gone. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Yesterday was very, very, very full of stuff. I got so much done. So not everything. I have a list, but I only have half of that list left, which is good. A couple of those things are really hard things though, but I'm going to get through it. I wanted to have everything done by tonight, but it's probably going to be tomorrow morning. So anyways, guys, we're going to make these fun little onesies. That's what we're doing. So say hello if you're out there watching. I am excited to do these. I got white because it's a better color to work with, and it's just a basic color. So there's all sorts of colors available. If you have grandchildren and you want to make them, just get whatever color you need to get. There's actually 5 here. I was thinking I would sneak in an extra. One of the ones that like maybe this one I'll do twice. I'm just going to put cardboard in there. I'm not putting the sticky mat because it's easier to just pull the cardboard out. So how is everybody? Happy Wednesday. I got less than 2 days before I head out. I have everything, all my stuff printed out. I am all ready to go. And guess what? I'm kind of excited because our flight is our longest flight. The whole back of the plane it's only like a quarter of the way full. So I think that me and Krista are each going to be able to have our own row, which means we'll be able to lay down to sleep. So we're going to be moving our seats. We're going to get together tonight. I'm going to help her with that. And we're going to be moving our seats to the back of the plane for our flight from Chicago to Ethiopia, which is very, very long. I think that's like a 13-hour flight. It's a long flight. So we actually have an extended flight because when we get into Malawi, then we fly again to another small town. We're hopping on an African another small airplane in Africa. I'm thinking of a bush plane, you guys. No, it's not going to be a bush plane, but that's what I'm thinking of, like on what am I going to think? Indiana Jones. I'm thinking Indiana Jones. We're going to fly in like Indiana Jones into the villages. No, not quite. But it is a small plane. So our flight is 23 hours long. It's longer. Last time it was 18. There's 5 extra hours in there, 23 hours of flying. That is only my flight from Chicago to the city in Malawi where we will be staying. And yeah, it's a little crazy. It's a little cray, guys. My flight from here to Chicago is about 5.5 hours, but I have a small layover. yeah, I think it's Las Vegas. It's really quick. It's really a really quick transition. But anyways, I'm going to be flying for like a day and a half. That'd be crazy. Okay, let's get started with these onesies. Let me go ahead and say hello to everybody. I shared the VIP group. Hi, Tony. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lynn. Hi, April. Good morning, Sherry. Hi, Darlene Barr. Hi, Sarah. How is everybody? Thank you for all the prayers. I need them. I definitely need them, guys. Praying for a safe trip. Let's start with the easy one first because we're not going to do anything with this one. We're just going to simply ink it. Okay, so these are actually Gerber. You could probably go to Walmart and get plain ones, less expensive. I didn't spend that much though. I will get you the link in case you need them. If anybody has some new grandbabies, these are size 12 months. They did have other sizes, but like I said, I thought that 12 months would be a good size to start with because that way they don't outgrow them in a week. So, sorry, I'm gonna choke on my saliva there. Holy cow. Okay, I just have out my small iron because that's going to be easier for me than my great big iron in this space. So I'm just going to, you guys, it's going to be really simple to just put a piece of cardboard in there. I'll figure out where it needs to be. And let me get the wider one since this one goes sideways. So I have 4 size A transfers. And this one I'm just going to do all in black. If I wanted to add a heart later, I could. But, you know, I think I'm going to be happy with it just in black. I think it's going to be super cute. I can actually iron right onto this. When I heat set, I can heat set right onto this. I don't have to take that piece of cardboard out. And I'm thinking that I just do it. I need to keep in mind that a lot of times they put pants on them. So I want to go about an inch below. Is that what you're thinking? Because if they put pants on, if it's wintertime and they put pants on, I don't want the design to be covered up. Hi, Holly. How are you? You guys, I posted on my personal page, I entered Chloe's picture into a contest for a calendar. And the money benefits are local humane society, but the button's not working. So be patient with me. I know a couple of people sent me messages that they weren't able to vote for her. And it is $1 per vote. I didn't know that in the beginning, but guess what? I'm still putting it out there. I don't ever like to ask people for money for things like that. But for me, it's a good cause to get her picture out there and, you know, honor her. So, okay. Now I'm going to have to be careful around the edges because, you know, I'm messy. So Darlene, be careful. Don't make a mess. I keep meaning to bring a new thing of wipes in here. Okay, guys, for those of you that are nervous about doing inking, please don't be nervous. You can start with, easy things to start with are towels or the mouse pads are really easy. If you need to do some inexpensive Christmas gifts or a thank you gift or something for somebody in your office, you could do them for your entire office. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? I think it would be a lot of fun to do them for the whole office. I'm thinking also if I have a transfer for Watts of Love, wouldn't that be fun to do one for all the people? I bet I have enough. I'll have to look and see. I'm getting an idea now. I like to take gifts, but I don't know how many people are actually going. So it would be fun for me, though, to take a present for each person that is going. It's me and Krista, and then I think there might be 8 other people, as far as I know. So, okay, so then you just peel. I like to, now, because there's no ink mat under here, I better get it right the first time because laying it back down is really difficult because it kind of stretches. So make sure that you covered everything because if you have to lay it back down, you're probably not going to be able to get it even unless you've got that ink mat in there. Now, if you put an ink mat in there and you're worried about having to take it out, just let your project sit there and dry. Let it dry for a couple of days before you touch it. For me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to heat set it. We're just going to keep going with each one. It's not working yet. Yeah, the I don't know what's going on, but the button to vote for her is not working. But it goes till August, so we have plenty of time to figure out as far as to get it working. You guys, did you see the new stencil that was released yesterday? I don't think I even have it on my pictures. I'm gonna look and see. I might have to show you from my phone. So there is a soldier's boot with a flag, and it is limited quantities. So if you want it, you're gonna want to grab it. I ordered 12 of them because I know that they will do really well at my craft show. I need to make a bunch of things. This is a military town, so let me just try to get to it. I want to show you, I'll show you from my phone. And then some of the peanuts one of the peanuts transfers was sold out. I went to get some extra because I was like, oh my gosh, these are going to be great for onesies. I should stock up. Well, guess what? One of the peanuts one is out of stock from the first launch of it. Okay, so here is the boots. I'm going to show you from my phone. And also there is the frame. I just didn't get it posted on my page. But let me show you how fantastic this looks. So they've kind of made the board look old. And then I don't know what colors they use, like browns and like maybe they mixed colors. Okay, I'm going to have to look and see if they have the colors for that. But isn't that fantastic? That will be great on a t-shirt. That is a size B. Yeah, that's a size B. So yeah, I got one. So for designers, it's $9.60. There's $16 for the stencil. It's a size B. And then also the other thing is this surface. So these are the two things that are new as of yesterday. I did not have a chance to post. I'm scrambling trying to get all my stuff done. You know how it is when I leave. I want all my ducks in a row because when I get back, I don't want to have to scramble getting all of my paperwork done. So I'm trying to get all of that done ahead of time. So hi Sandy, hi Bridget. Okay, now I'm going to heat set this. Okay, so I just cut small pieces of my parchment paper, and I'm going to take my little travel iron. So this travel iron is going to be easier than getting out my other one, and I'm just going to iron in a circle, holding my paper so it doesn't move in case my ink is not dry. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you are not moving it with wet ink on it. And you know what? You could heat set it, and then you could color it. I think I want to do that with the ones that I do when I color them. But like I say, I'm limited on time. Annie and Riley have their groomer appointment today. Yep, it's their turn. They're so shaggy. Their fur is very thick. So I don't know if you guys know, Lhasa Apso's fur is like, gosh, I never knew how thick it was. I thought Shih Tzus had thick fur. No, not compared to Lhasas. They're like so thick. Okay, I think it's gonna be done. I'm gonna touch it, and voila, it is done. So just that fast. So now I have a onesie to take to my craft show. Guys, the markup on these is not that much. Let me get you the link so that you guys can just check it out. When you're searching on Amazon for things to ink on, like t-shirts, I just search blank, like I did blank onesies. Let me try to find them for you and get you pricing so that you kind of know if I can find it in here. This comes in a 5-pack. So there's 5 of them. They are Gerber. And for 5 of them, they were $16.95. So $3 and something cents each. It's not that much. If you want to make these, you could sell them for 10 or something like that, you know, or for gifts. And they do have different colors. I just got white because it's easiest for me. I don't have to color Snoopy white, and I knew Snoopy was going to be in every single one of them. So I definitely wanted to just do that. So there's the link for the onesies. Okay. Now, you're going to want to grab the small stencils. I'll show you which one is no longer available. I do have some in stock. If you missed out, I do have some. I'm going to just set all these to the side, and then I'll bring them all out. Okay, next. All right, so I think we'll do 2 of these. So I'll get 2 done, and then I'll just set the next one down, and we'll do the heart. Should we do the heart in red or pink? I'm kind of think I want to do the heart in red, like I've done it before. So I'm going to get them ready. And I'm really not even, I am not ironing this first, but you could. Maybe I should. Maybe I should iron it first. I'm just setting it here, and then I'll just put it on there. And let me just get 2 of them ready to go. And I'll just do one right after another. Let me move these out of the way for a moment. So I have 2 ready. I just cut pieces of cardboard. You know your cardboard that comes inside of your like frames or anything like that. Some of them come with cardboard. That's what this is. I just cut it in half. All right, to make it easy for me. And that way, so we're going to do these. So this one is out of stock right now. Okay, I do have some. If you missed out on it, let me know. Let me know. Let me know today. Because tomorrow I'm going to be a little crazy with stuff. And I'm going to be getting all of the orders out that I have today. And trying to just not have to worry tomorrow, not stress. Okay, I'm going to iron this really quickly. I'm looking at the bottom of my iron. Does it have anything on it? Making sure. Okay, so just ironing it flat really quick. You don't want it hot though when you put your stencil on. So, hi Sandy, hi Julie, hi Cheryl. We're doing onesies, if you can't tell. So these are size 12 months, and I got them on Amazon. They're about $3 and something, $3 and a quarter, something like that each. So you can make them to sell. I'm just showing how easy ink is. Everybody's scared in the beginning. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it. Okay, so I think maybe I'll just outline the heart in red. We'll do everything in black, and then the heart's just going to be outlined in red. We'll have a little squeegee. I have Love Struck is my red, and we'll do everything else in black. I'm going to do 2, so I'll just lift it. I want to show you how quickly you can do these, and that you can do more than one. Like I said, the problem with not having an ink mat under this is that you have to get it right the first time. You can't lay it back down to fix it. What you would have to do is heat set it and then try to lay it back down. But I do find that things shrink. Remember, we've had a hard time lining things up. It doesn't always work to line it back up. Sometimes the cotton shrinks a little bit, and you struggle. So try to make sure that you get it all covered. I try to go over it twice. So if you can spread butter on toast, you can do choc couture. Honestly. Okay, so red for my heart. I don't know if I'm going to fill it in. I think it's going to be cute like that. Like I said, I'm limited on time. Okay, so then I'm constantly checking my fingers when I'm working with ink, because how many times have I had little fingerprints on things? So I'm just going to kind of pull the corner, pull it up. Hope I got everything. I'm going to lay this right back down. Look at how cute this is. So simple, guys. Simple. You could do, toddler t-shirts. You don't have to do onesies. You could do little toddler t-shirts. I'm going to just scooch that up a little bit, and I'm going to just lay it right back down. And what I'll do is, oops, I kind of moved it. I hope it didn't mess up anything. It might be a little bit off. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I'm going to do it like I was smoothing it out, getting out all of the air bubbles. So I'm going to go from one side to the other, and then I'm going to go over it a second time. Okay, so I need to put some more ink up here. I had some ink on my squeegee. If you have questions, let me know. So yeah, and I just stuck my fingers in it. So yes, Darlene constantly has to check her fingers because she's one of the messy ones. I do not have new Clorox wipes in here, so I'm going to use a paper towel. So yes, constantly check your fingers, because it's very easy to stick your fingers in it and make a big mess. And you don't want fingerprints. You'd have to put like a heart or something. You're looking at the peanuts now and not showing any sold out. Oh, maybe they restocked. Okay, so one of them, so the look at, I have it on there. That's what the problem is. There's some on the handle. Okay, so I need to be careful with the handle. Yeah, this one was the one that was sold out yesterday. I went to place an order. I didn't finish my order. So maybe they were just balancing, because I know when Brandy was on yesterday, she said, I think that one is low in quantity. So maybe they found some more. You know, sometimes they're going through their inventory and they actually find more. They hold a certain amount back. So if they think that, okay, we might have an order that gets lost in the mail, or we might have some stencils that might not work, or whatever. They have a certain amount in reserve, if you know what I mean, because if they need to replace it or something like that, or they miscount, somebody didn't get the correct stencil. It can happen, you know, somebody gets distracted while they're doing the order, and something gets missed. It happens all the time. Okay, there's that. Okay, so hopefully I got everything. I actually want to go over it one more time. I'm like, did I get everything? So I really wouldn't do more than 2 at a time. I would only do 2. And then when I did the mouse pads, I did 6 in a row, and it worked just fine, but it's because they laid flat. Okay, so these it's pulling up as I'm doing it, and so I may not get it. If I miss something like right there on his head, I'm tempted to lay it back down because the back of his head didn't go like I'd like it to. Okay, I got it. Okay, so just carefully peel it, and then we'll dry, and then we'll heat set these guys. So that's all I'm going to color on this one. The next 2 we're actually going to color in if we have time. Looks like we have time. So let me just set those to the side. Let's dry these. Checking at my fingers, checking, because I am a messy girl. So hey Lori, how are you? I'll look and see. So maybe they restocked. It is very possible. Let me check while I'm doing this, because I can multitask and dry. Let me see. But it was last night when I was on there. You can go to Peanuts and see. Yeah, the Peanuts puppy one is not available right now. This one is not available, Cheryl. On mine, it's showing you can get a notification for when it comes back in stock. This is so cute. You don't have to do more than that. You do not have to fill in Charlie Brown. If you want to, you can. But it is perfectly fine like this. Okay, sometimes less is more. Right? And it only took moments to dry it. Okay. Yeah, it's this one's showing sold out. It's showing notify me when it's back in stock. So that means they're going to get it back in stock, I hope. They said that they would keep these. These are not seasonal. These are something that they want to keep in stock. Okay, I did cut extra sheets, so I have 1 and 1. And I can go back and forth if I want to. So it didn't take that long to do this. I don't even think I did it a full minute. If you have your heat press, you would just do it twice for 30 seconds and be done. But I think this actually irons higher at a higher temperature. I could change the temperature, but I just tend to do it on the highest temperature. And I'm just holding that sheet of parchment paper so it doesn't move. Okay. So the next 2 I will do, we should probably just do them both at the same time. And then I'll heat set, and then I'll color them in, and then we'll heat set that again. We'll see how that works. We'll see if it does work. We'll see if we have time. I definitely want to do the ice cream cone. Okay, I'm just going to do it just for another second. I am working on the wood cutouts for these. For the new ones. I didn't do this one yet, but for the new ones, I am working on the cutouts for those. I have the ice cream cone one done, but I haven't cut it out yet. I always have to test it and make sure it's the right size because anything can happen. Okay, they're done. Those are done too. So we have 2 more done. It's, I always check and see, is it sticky? Nope, not sticky. 1 and done. This is ink. So this is the Chalkator ink. So there's chalk paste and there's ink. So ink is permanent once you heat set it. Okay. So whether you bake it in the oven because it's on a glass or you heat set it with an iron, that's the way the ink works, but it's permanent. So you can wash that. The baby can wear it over and over. I have t-shirts that I've worn dozens of times. Dozens of times. Okay, so 2 more. So I'm just showing you how easy it is, guys. It really is. So these are size A stencils. They retail for $10 and then $11. Sorry, there was a price change a few years ago. There could be another price change. Who knows? With the tariffs. I believe our stencils do come from China. So we'll see how that goes. I did hear, I was listening to the news last night. I did hear that there are negotiations, multiple forms of negotiation with China right now, that they're trying to just work through things. So I am convinced that we're going to get through this and that everything's going to be okay soon. I'm not affected as far as my laser business. The company that I get the picture frames from has just decided to absorb the cost right now because it's minimal. A lot of it is very minimal, so they're just absorbing the cost. Okay, I'm just ironing it to get it flat. All right. You're welcome. Hi, Sue. How are you? Let's see. On your friend, it's showing available. Well, that's good that it's available, Cheryl. When you're in, I don't know why it's not available to me. That's so funny. Good to see you, Sue. Okay, so Sue, I was thinking, it must be because I was thinking about you this morning. So I want to do the Chalkathon, the Watts of Love Chalkathon next month. I wasn't able to participate and fly out. They're actually doing one, like the big one that they usually do for corporate. They're actually doing it, Watts of Love is doing it at the beach house, and lots of designers will be there. I wasn't able to because the fact that I'm just getting back from Africa and I can't take off that much time. But I want to do one at my house. So if you are available at all in May, let's figure out a Saturday or Sunday, because we can't do it on a weeknight because it's just too much. And let's figure out a Chalkathon time because it's so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna do all the black. I'll heat set it, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna color it in. We will at least get the ice cream cone done. Now I'm gonna grab another stir stick because somehow that one just got so messy, and I just hate being messy. I'm gonna grab another one. I have lots of stir sticks. Believe me, this girl has stir sticks coming out of her ears. Sometimes they're all dirty at the same time. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some on both and then spread. So, okay, yeah, we will. Let's just see if there's a day that you can help with that. If you can't, that's fine. I've done it by myself before. But if there is a Saturday or Sunday, anytime in May, I get back on the 4th. So it would be better if it was near the end of the month. So like not like the weekend that I get back, because I have to prepare for it, of course. I'll be coming up with ideas while I'm on the plane. I'm going to be brainstorming. I'll have my little iPad and be brainstorming ideas and things that I want to do on the Chalkathon, because it always goes over well. I want to raise, my goal is to raise $5,000 for them. We've had higher goals before. We've done 10,000, 15,000. It's a harder year, money's harder for people. And my goal is $5,000 during the Chalkathon. because that would provide, how many lights is that? 100 lights for 100 families. Okay. So that's so funny, Sue, because I was thinking about you this morning going, I need to contact her. Okay, I'm going to go over both of them one more time just to make sure. We'll heat set it, we'll color it in, we'll do whatever we need to do. Okay, all right. So make sure there's nothing on your fingers. Hi, Tiffany, how are you? Happy Wednesday. These onesies are adorable if you have a baby or grandbaby or a birth or a shower or something coming up. I think the stencil is that way, but I'm going to go over that. Tell me again. Yep, it is. If you have something coming up where you need to take a present for a baby, this is perfect. These are great ideas. Inking is so easy. I promise. I promise it's very easy to do. You see how easy it is. You lay down your stencil, you squeegee the ink over it, you heat set it. Okay, and you're done. You don't have to color it in. I'm going to at least color in the, I thought I felt something wet, the ice cream cone, because I really want to. I'm not sure if I'll get to the doghouse. We'll play it by ear. I only have less than 20 minutes left before I have to drop dogs off. So we'll see how that goes. So let's just keep going. Let's keep going. So cute. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. All right. I did put the link above for the onesies. So if you are just hopping on, the link is above. They're about $3 and something each. Yeah, when you get money, you need to do some more. Yes, I know. And it is all about money and time, guys. I totally get it. I understand it is hard sometimes to squeeze everything in. I don't have time for everything right now. I have a list and I'm checking everything off so that I make sure I get everything done before I leave on my little time in Africa. Can you believe it's not that long? It's not even 2 days that I leave. Countdown has begun. Less than 48 hours. I will be on that plane heading to Chicago, and then the next day heading over to Africa, traveling 23 hours. Okay, there's a tiny bit on the corner of this that did not get inked. I'm going to fill it in because it's going to always bug me. Always. Okay, so I just used a stylus. So I'm just trying to dry it, and then we'll heat set it, and then we'll color. We'll at least color the ice cream cone. We might just leave the doghouse. Like I said, I probably, because I do have to clean up my stencils before I go and take the dogs to their groomer. It's just that way. That's my life. My husband said, can you make sure that you get them groomed before you go? Because it's getting hot, and they get hot. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to even take the cardboard out with these. It's just cardboard. I didn't put an ink mat in there because it's easier for me to just do this. I'm using a little iron. Did all your stuff ship yet? No, Betty, it didn't ship yet. It's ready to go though. I had to cut everything yesterday, but it is ready to go today. All the orders, everyone's orders, anything that was outstanding will go today. I got all the stencils in. Was today Wednesday? On Monday, I got my other shipment of all of my new stencils in. So I have everything that I needed for your order, and I just needed to cut the kits last night. So today it will go out. And I think I had one more but there is a sale. So Tara's here. Tara will be manning everything. And like I said yesterday, Tara's not moving. They decided that it wasn't what they needed to do right now. They need to stay here, let the kids finish going through high school. It would have been too much for them to drive back and forth from Ramona. And also, as Sue knows, insurance in Ramona right now is crazy. Homeowners insurance was about $600 a month for the area that they were in, and that's a chunk. So No wonder the house they were looking at was like underpriced by a couple $100,000. They can't sell it because the insurance is so much. Yeah. Yeah, fire insurance is incredible. It's crazy. My son pays he pays over $1,000 a month for the fire insurance. Oh, but we're in Boulevard. It's a little crazy, and he has to go through the state. So of course the state is going to charge you. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this one right here. I'm not convinced I'll have time for this. I'll set it to the side just in case. But we're going to do. I really want to do pink ice cream. I need to mix for my cone. So I was going to mix these two for the cone part. So I need to get out a little tray for that to mix my colors. Yeah, it's stressful. I bet it's stressful there. Yeah, and we all understand that. It's going to be stressful because of all the fires, the recent fires. Okay, so I do have to keep in mind that I want to try to stay away from the lines. Okay, so that will be my problem, is staying away from all the little lines. I may end up covering some. Let's do the top part first, and let's see how good Darlene can do. I'm going to be moving this around, so I'm going to make sure that I have room to do it. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to start right up here. I think that this is a good area to start, and then I'm just going to paint this on with a brush. Okay, so this is a paintbrush. I'm using the same ink. I'm going to try to go around all those little dots. That's what's going to take me the time, is going around all of the little things, and I already have one part of it out of the line. I've already gone out of the line. Darlene, this is like kindergarten where your teacher said stay inside the lines. Yeah, it will be fine. I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff, guys, and it is all small stuff in life. Okay, so this color is our which one was this? Hello. Who can tell me without me having to turn it upside down? It's like our Barbie one. What is it? Let me turn it upside down. It is Dream Car. Dream Car. Okay, so yeah, I have to go around all the little sprinkles. All my little sprinkles. So I might just turn it upside down and do it this way and just try to get right in there. I don't want to go over the sprinkles, although it's not gonna, it probably won't hurt it. It's not gonna hurt it if you go over it. I went outside, so what I'll do is I'll just take the black and I'll just cover it up. So I'm just taking little tiny strokes with my brush because I don't really want to mess things up. This is a pretty small little angle brush. Now, you could lay your transfer back down. What you could do is you could ink this in white and do all of your color, and then you could do lay it back down and do it in black. So you could do that. Like if I totally messed it up and I needed to redo all of the lines, the black lines, I could just lay it back down. So a lot of times people will just do it like in a light color, not necessarily white because it wouldn't show up on here, but maybe the dune. So I'm just taking little tiny strokes, trying to get this done in time before I have to leave to go to the groomer. Darlene, your life is always chaotic. Yes, it is. Always. And the fact that I'm going to be taking 2 dogs that are not very happy about going. And it's funny because they always poop. When I go to take them out to hand them over to the groomer, they poop on the ground as I'm passing them over. They poop, and I just kind of hold them out, and I'm like, okay, just let it fall to the ground. I don't know why. They're just they're nervous, and they used to throw up. So we got past the throw up stage. Now we're at the poop. Let's just poop. Anyone else's dogs like that? And I really am at the point where I'm tired of sedating my dogs to take them to the groomer because, one, it doesn't always work, and then they're groggy. They're really groggy for a while, and they're stumbling around. I can't sedate Stubby anymore because I think he has some heart issues going on that are not diagnosed, but are like his parents. You know, both of his parents had heart issues. His mama had a heart murmur. His dad had congestive heart failure. So I'm really careful about I don't even give him the sedation when I take him into the vet anymore, because it's just, I think it's probably not good for him to be sedated like that. Okay, I went over the top of that one. It will be fine. It's still showing through. The black is still showing through. So I actually think that if I went over each of these, it probably wouldn't even. I'm going to get a little bit closer on them. Look how cute this is. This one is really cute. So I did have to pick the one that had so many obstacles. It's like trying to park a car. I'm just trying to get around all the little sprinkles. Yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute though. So cute. You could use paint markers, you know. If you guys use the fabric paint markers for t-shirts and stuff, you could do your outline and then you could hand this over to a child. Wouldn't this be fun at a baby shower? You could pre-ink. Here's what would be fun at a baby shower. You could pre-ink all the designs, do all the black, and then let them color them in. And you would have so many different ones. Like, I mean, just put all of your ink out there and let people mix colors. And yeah, I think it would be really fun at a baby shower. Okay, I'm getting there. We're getting there. We have to mix the color for the ice cream cone. I'm going to turn it so I can do this side now. So that's the nice thing about this being pretty small. I can just turn my project, and whatever angle is easier for me to use my paintbrush, I'm going to do that. So I'm just trying to keep it nice and smooth. I don't want any big globs of the ink. I'm trying to be careful and not get it where it's not supposed to be. I only have one oopsie that I'm going to fix, and I'm just going to grab the stylus and I will just make the outside line a little bit thicker. So just tiny bits. So just a regular paintbrush, not a squeegee, not the multi-tool, little paintbrushes. I'm hoping they're going to come out with some tools like this. Why do I feel like we're going to get a whole new tool set at convention? Okay, so I'm just kind of, I don't know anything. I know nothing. Nobody's told me anything. I have a feeling we're going to get some tools like this, some brushes to use with we've had brushes before, but I kind of feel like we're going to get something new. Okay, so when I went over that, the black is still showing through, so I'm just going to go back over it. Not that I wanted to have it completely covered up. I'm just going to go over the top really quickly with my brush and fill that in. Okay, I'm hoping I can do the same down here. Okay, isn't that cute? Yeah, the paintbrushes work great. Okay, so I'm going in a little bit closer. Okay, now let's mix our color for the ice cream cone. I need to find a place to set that. Somewhere safe, please. Okay, let's see. Let's mix our color. I'm looking at the clock. I have 10 minutes to finish this. It's okay. Okay, so I want to use, this is Dune. I'm going to take some Dune. And I have to mix enough, okay? So I have to keep that in mind. I like this color, but I want it to be just a tiny bit darker. So I'm going to add just like a little part of bark in there. And maybe I'll stir it with that one. So it's just a little bit darker. There we go. Perfect color. Look at that. And I think that's going to be just fine. Now, I'm looking at it going, it might be a little bit dark. I'm just going to put a little plop of my Dune right in there. Makes it really good. You want your color completely mixed. So this is the ice cream cone. Okay, it might still be dark. I think it should be lighter. Oops, Darlene messed up. It should be lighter than that. Okay, this is going to be it. I promise. We're just going to go with it. It will be fine. It's going to be the color of the ice cream cone. It's not going to matter because guess what? You can do it any color you want. Nobody gets to tell you that it's supposed to be a certain color. You get to decide. Okay, there's enough to do all of that. I hope that's enough. Okay, so I'm just going to start brushing it on. Yeah, you get to make choices. Nobody can tell you it's supposed to be this color or that color. All right, so if I don't have time to heat set this, you guys know what to do. I just dry it and then I heat set it. And I might have to wash my stencils when I get back. There is a great possibility of that. My groomer actually is only 5 minutes from me, but I'm thinking, gosh, I gotta load the dogs. I know, that's just my life. My life is just busy. And I don't know if my husband left me the Jeep or if I'm putting them in my truck. It's going to be a surprise when I go out there. And they do go into a kennel. So it makes it easier for me. I like to contain my dogs when I'm traveling with them. The only time I have the seat up front. Darcy rides well in that. And also oh, you just sent me a message. My husband just sent me a message. I left you the Jeep to take the dogs. He's so funny. He's so funny. He's okay, so I guess I have the Jeep. Anyways, I like to put them in a kennel to contain them because I don't want them getting out. I also have the fear of if I was in an accident, my dogs would be loose. Even when they're in the front seat, in the little seat thing, I have them secured. I have them secured around the headrest. I have their leash secured because I see people get in accidents all the time, and somebody opens the door to help them, and their dog escapes, and then their dog is running wild in that area where the accident was. I see it happen again and again. So helping people find their dogs, I have seen that happen. So I'm really cautious when I transport my dogs to secure them. So it's really cute and fun to have a dog sitting on your lap, but if something happens, that's a problem. Yeah, and plus dogs get hurt when they're just out loose like that. Okay, I'm trying to get all of these, and guess what? I went over the black line, and this one, it's not the same as the pink was really transparent when I went over the line. On this color, it's not transparent, so I have to be really careful and stay inside all of my little squares. Yeah. It's looking really cute though. Okay, so this is tedious work. Tedious little work. You don't have to do this. You can just leave it black and white. It doesn't have to be all colored in. Don't get all stressed out about this part. I'm only doing it to show you that it is easy. It just takes a little bit of time. You know, anything worthwhile, it takes you time, right? Anything in life that is worthwhile having, sometimes it takes you extra time, right? So that's like this. But just using it's just a regular brush, okay? And I'm painting in the ink. I'm almost there. So I will be smoothing things out a little bit. I will be fixing the little black line where I messed it up. I'll be using my stylus for that. And we're just almost there. I think this is actually going to turn out to be the perfect color. I love it. So if you want to do the mouse pads and color them in, this is a great suggestion to use. You could use all colors of ice cream. You know, you can do mint color. You could do a light pink would work. Any of your ice cream colors would be just fine. Mint chocolate chip would be super cute. Or you just leave it black and white. When I do the mouse pads, I intend to just leave them black and white because it's easier and I can charge less. If I do all the tedious paint like this, I have to charge a little bit more money for the mouse pads, and I really don't want to do that. I want to keep them all the same price. Okay, I'm just going back, just touching up a little bit, and then let me stand up to see. I think it looks good. I do have an area where I want to fix with the black. Okay, so I'm going to take my stylus. I'm going to dip it into the ink. I went out of the line right over here. And I'm just going to cover, the pink that I went out of the line. Okay. So I'm just making that line thicker. And then down here I went over. So I'm just going to fix that. And then I'm done. I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth on anything. We're going to dry this. We'll heat set it. We'll be done with this one. Oh, there goes my iron. Stay on, please. We need a black chalk marker so you could go over the line. That would be great. Yeah, the stylus works. And actually, what if I use the stylus and try to get some of the other the ink off of there? Like I just had a little tiny area right there. Yeah, but a black chalk marker would be great. A fine point that was ink. Yeah, ink markers. How about ink markers? I'm going to suggest that. I'm going to suggest ink markers. Hi, Kat. How are you? I think that I saw a message from you when I was at my craft show. I need to go back and look. I wasn't ignoring anybody. I have messages out there that I have not been able to get to. So please forgive me if there's plastic on there. If I owe you a response back when I in the craft show mode, I need to fill that in right there. There we go. It's really hard for me to do everything. Okay, yeah, I think I actually prefer them just black and white. I think this is super cute and someone will love it and they'll buy it. But the black and white, it's so much easier. But some people like to sit and tediously paint all of that. Yep. Okay. I'm almost done. And then we'll heat set it, and then it is time for me to head out. And I'll show you all the ones that we did. So we did 4. Okay, let me move this out of the way because you know how I am. I am a messy girl. I'm going to have to come back and clean up all of my mess. Okay, checking my fingers. Getting my piece of parchment paper. Let's iron this. And this is just a little travel iron. If you have a regular iron, just use your regular iron. I just keep the travel iron in here because it's super easy to use. I know, Kat, I know. I saw one from you and I really needed to respond, but I was in the middle of the craft show. It just was crazy. My life is crazy at times. And then it's like, oh yeah, I need to answer her back. It happens to me all the time. I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just a delay. Oh my goodness. This is so adorable. I love it. So it would be super cute on little t-shirts for kiddos. Fun for a birthday party. All right. Okay, I think it's going to be done. Just know that when you paint it in like that, it is a little bit thicker. So it might take a few seconds longer. I'm going to check it and see if it's sticky or if it's done. It's a little sticky still. Okay, it's time to do a little bit more. The bottom part was sticky, so we'll do a little bit more and then we'll be done. So cute, guys. So I got 5 done. I bought, I think it was $16. Is that what I told you guys? $16 for 5 of them. It's either that or $16.99 for 5. It was not that much. Okay, I think when it cools, it's gonna be fine. It does feel sticky right there, but I really feel like it's gonna be fine. I'm like, just a little bit more. Okay, all right, good to go. I'm gonna unplug my iron because you know how I am. I'll come in and tomorrow it will still be plugged in. Okay, let me show you all the ones that we did. So like I said, for a baby shower, these would be perfect. Okay, so we have this one, of course, and it's just so super cute. And I just put cardboard in there. All right. Let's lay them all out. And then we have two of this one, 2 of that one. Okay, so 2 of that one. And then this one. All right. Oh, everything's upside down. Sorry. I'm preparing it for when I turn the camera onto myself. Okay, so it's ready to go. I can put it onto myself and we're done. Let me go out. Let me go out. You can't even see that one. There you go. So these are the 3. Let me put you up to me. Super cute. So Linus with Snoopy. My hair is a fright. It gets done tomorrow. And then we have Snoopy on the doghouse. The ice cream cone one that we just did. And then 2 with Charlie Brown and Snoopy and the heart. All right, guys, that's it for today. Easy peasy. Anybody feel like they can do ink now? I'm trying to teach you that it's not difficult. So you can do a lot with just black. Get your basics. Get your black and your red. And maybe yellow for when you do Woodstock. Basics. You really only have to have black and red to do all of these. We didn't have to color in the ice cream cone. Any of you guys can do this. If you need to make a little bit of extra money, or you need a birthday present, a baby shower present, whatever, you can do these. Little toddler t-shirts are great. Do the mouse pads. The mouse pads are less than $1 and you can sell them for $10. I sell them for $12. I sell them for $11.99. You could, if you need to just make a little bit of money, the ink goes a long ways with these. With a big shirt, it's going to take more ink. I'm going to be doing Charlie Brown. It's going to be one of my projects for you guys for when I'm gone. I'm excited because I want to wear it. I think I want to wear it on the plane. All right, I got to go, guys. I love you. Yeah, inspired to do it. Yeah, the ink is really simple. Be careful. It looks like you have a little red on my shirt. Do I? Oh, you know what? It's a fuzzy. Thank you so much. It's a fuzzy, but it could have been ink. Thanks. I'm a wreck. I just am. But if you want these, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take pictures later. I'll post what you need. The stencils, they're inexpensive. You can use them over and over and over. I'm gonna wash those as soon as I get back. I'll carry them out to my sink right now. I'm gonna go.